Hi, my name is Alex Perdiz. I'm from Mexico City. I'm 23 years old, and I I've learned a lot about Iman. I've learned a lot from him. He's been such a huge inspiration for me, because he also comes from tough backgrounds, trying to deal with mental stuff, physical stuff, and trying to improve every single day. I've had a bit of a tough journey because on my first month of college, I had to quit because my father quit his job. He didn't save any money. We were basically broke, and it was right before the pandemic, 2019 approximately. And at that same time, I broke up with my first girlfriend, which I considered the love of my life. I also felt pretty lonely because my friends had their other stuff to do, and I immersed myself in Stoicism, as well as I've seen that Iman does as well. Philosophy, trying to learn from the most brilliant minds in history, finance, and creativity, as well as marketing. And as a 23-year-old, I've had this journey in which I've dealt with the lack of knowing which were my intents to do in life, my goals, my vision of what I wanted to do, to create my passions. And I've stumbled upon several stages of, I wouldn't consider depression, but of loneliness, anxiety, and huge stress about being on the verge of not knowing what I wanted to do with my life. And gladly, I've started to work on a passion project of mine, which is visiting the nightlife places like bars, nightclubs, rooftops here in the city, and making reviews about them, because I love to party, not because of the alcohol, but because I like to see humans connect, feel joy, listen to music, have a good time, dance, connect with other people, etc. And I've liked Iman because he has a down to earth personality. He hasn't let fame, wealth, women, or anything change who he is about himself. And I think he represents what young male uh, teenagers and people older to be in this world, to be charitative, to be philanthropic, to also focus on doing good things for the world, for themselves, improving every single day, and having a mentality of working on what they like to do daily, consistently. And it's funny to me when I see videos that Iman shares in his stories in Instagram, in which people tell him that he is a fraud or he is getting exposed because he's shared his whole journey from the beginning. And it's so inspiring for people like me who have dealt with these types of stuff and have been working daily to do what they would like to work and have financial freedom, share their story, share their vision of the world, and also connect with other like minded people. And I'm pretty grateful to have inspirational people. I think Iman is younger than me, and it inspires me to, to understand that it is possible, because we were taught from the beginning, from our parents, from older generations, that wealth was working 40 hours, 9 to 5 every day, and that is exactly what most of Gen Z and millennials don't want to do. And I like to see that vision and cultural change in United States and in the whole world. And As a Mexican, I've loved to see that this type of mentality can be implemented, and I would also like to teach that mentality to all of the all of the younger people in my country, because I've seen that there's not like a figure of of wealth and mindset and success that teaches that among my country. There are a few who teach philosophy and mindset, but not like in the whole aspect. And I'm pretty grateful to have found Iman Gadzhi through a copyrighted friend of mine who showed me his channel when he was like around 120K approximately. And I love the content that he shares. I love that he gives to the people without asking for anything in return. I love the projects that involve, for example, the schools in Nepal that involve people that don't have access to that types of education and are also uh, not wealthy and also are not directly connected to Iman. He went to another whole part of the world to help, and I think the world should be like that. Help where it's needed without focusing in if you know them, if they are going to give you something in return. There's people in Africa who need help, and people from Mexico, Guatemala, or other parts of the country of the world can help. And it's cool to see that connection. And I think the world should be led by people who have the types of vision, who don't want to involve the elites and try to turn the chip on the masses to think for themselves and be happier with what they do. So I hope you get a bit about the perspective that I'm trying to say. My name is Alex, and it's such a pleasure uh, to see Iman grow because it's much needed in this world, and he deserves it a lot. So I hope it keeps happening. Well, that's my story. Thank you very much.